Stronger.
Hello and welcome to Newsview. I'm Michael Badger. Tonight's top story is that Robert Roman, who is a candidate for state representative of the 102nd District of Illinois, which covers much of parts of central Illinois, including Champaign, Edgar, and Vermilion County, among others. He says he refuses to raise taxes. He also asks, where is the leadership? This according to ChicagoNow.com's forums. And in Chrisman, Illinois, Dateline, Rob Roman, candidate for state representative in the 102nd District, is already making the tough decisions that need to be made in Illinois, marking the same type of decisions his local community where he currently serves as elected township supervisor is. During the recent annual tax levy, Roman refused to increase taxes. Roman says, quote, our residents have already been affected by increased income taxes incurred by the state legislature, high unemployment rates, and the higher cost of living that people must pay, unquote. This is what Roman said. He also said, quote, regardless of the state's actions that have a negative impact on our local residents and local governments, we have an obligation to our local residents to maintain service without unnecessary increases in their property taxes. I simply will not throw the burden back on the local taxpayer. Since taking office, we have maintained a balanced budget and sometimes even a small surplus, and we expect to continue the tradition this year, unquote. And it goes on, but let's go on to MarketWatch.com, which is all part of the Wall Street Journal. And it says here that Fitch Ratings has affirmed the AAA rating on Champaign, Illinois, and $77.435 million of outstanding general obligation bonds in Champaign, and the rating outlook is stable in Champaign, Illinois here. The bonds are payable from ad valorem taxes levied on all taxable property within the city without limitation as to rate or amount. The university provides stability, and Champaign's stable economic base is anchored by the presence of the University of Illinois. And in addition to sources of information identified in Fitch's tax-supported rating criteria, this action was additionally informed by information from Cityscape. CreditScope. University Financial Associates, S&P/Case-Shiller Home Price Index, IHS Global Insight, Zuillo.com, and the National Association of Realtors. All Fitch credit ratings are subject to certain limitations and disclaimers. And in other news, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, CBS TV station KDKA is reporting that the recent weather that has been warm could lead to more ticks and more fleas. And this mild winter we're having here in Champaign-Urbana and the rest of central Illinois, in lots of the Midwest and part of the East, they say here, quote, their kids have gotten tick bites, their pets are getting ticks, they don't even know what a tick looks like, unquote, said Dr. Meyer. So I think our area is just beginning to learn about this, and unfortunately, the ticks will teach them. And puppies are getting ticks and other animals. And I think we'll go to a quick break, or a break quick anyway, and I don't know how quick the break will be. And we'll be right back on Newsview. Welcome back to Newsview. According to WICD TV in Champaign, the Illinois tax hikes could be hurting businesses in the state. They say here that high tax rates could be hurting one county in central Illinois. In the report from the Tax Foundation of the best business tax climates in the county, Illinois came in 28th. Last year, the state was ranked 16th. And in other news, a Papua New Guinea ferry, according to news.com.au, that's an Australian site, they say if Papua New Guinea ferry sunk with more than 350 on board. They say rough seas are slowing rescue efforts too, and as many as 100 people are missing after the ferry MV Rabal Queen sank off the east coast of Papua New Guinea. Authorities confirmed that 238 survivors were pulled from rough seas between Papua New Guinea's second largest city, Lae, and New Britain after their ferry sank early yesterday morning, or the day before yesterday, that is, now, or when you're seeing this. Bad light and poor weather conditions hampered the rescue efforts. The search is going to continue, or is continuing, and according to a Rabal shipping employee, a life raft on the stricken ship can cater for 25 adult passengers. They say that some of the rescued passengers were injured when the ship suddenly tilted and were being treated on the bulk carrier that they are on. The owners Raboul Shipping Company, based in Papua New Guinea, confirmed 350 passengers and 12 crew were on board. The passengers were from Bougainville, Manus, New Ireland East, New Britain provinces, who arrived in Kimbe to catch a connecting vessel to Leh, which happened to be Raboul Queen. I guess it already has. And province. Children of some senior Morobe public servants were also on the ship, and it is not known if they are amongst the 230 that were rescued. And they go on. There's a lot more news about this online. You can find about the ferry sinking in Papua New Guinea. And in other news, they have here Facebook might start offering a premium pay option after going public on the stock market. A premium service that you have to pay for, and invasive targeted advertising are two of the changes predicted for the social network Facebook as it goes public and the largest net company float ever. With paperwork for the initial public offering already lodged in the expected U.S. $5 billion capital raising, news.com.au asked the Australian technology resource company Telstra, what could the impact about the future of the tech giant be? And analyst Fode Faduji said that the influence of investors and shareholders would inevitably change the way we use the social network. There's going to be advertising, more marketing related products or services, and Facebook Premium, which could happen. But the challenge is companies such as Google Plus that will provide similar services but are likely not to charge because they're less powerful in the social networking space. The future of Facebook applications could have better mobile apps. For example, the current app on the iPad is not as good as the web-based platform, and Facebook has to make sure it provides services that users are comfortable using, but it will have to balance that with the wishes of its investors who will be looking to make money, unquote. And NASA has built a 12-eyed, six-legged dancing robot athlete. They have named the robot All-Terrain Hex Limbid Extraterrestrial Explorer, or Athlete. Athlete was built to explore low-gravity worlds including Mars, the Moon, and even asteroids, and beam 3D images of these alien landscapes back to Earth. And that's what they say. There's more about it. You can see that at news.com.au. And here we have a video of some sheep surrounding a car. This is the latest viral video on YouTube. And you can see sheep encircling a car in southern Russia. And the weather is coming up after this break. Your weather for central Illinois, south central Illinois, weather next. And here's your News View weather for the weekend of February. February 3rd, night of February 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. Friday night, low of 37 degrees Fahrenheit with rain. That's tonight. And Saturday, just Saturday during the day, rain, high of 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Saturday night, 60% probability of precipitation with a low of 37. Sunday, high 44 with a 20 pop. And Sunday night, low of 29 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. I'm Micah Badger with your weather.